Hello and welcome to What's Trending live from the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. I'm Cheryl Lazar. We're coming to you live from the Samsung Smart Lounge right on the show floor, and joining me once again is my co-host Ethan Newberry.
Hi, I'm a
and Andre Meadows, aka BlackNerdComedy.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us live online, wherever you are in the world, and of course live in person. We have an amazing audience today, and we have some great guests for day 2 here
my favorite.
at CES.
Yeah.
We have Nick Cannon coming up. We have Unboxtherapy, who is basically the tech expert. He unboxes everything. He's coming up. And also YouTube star Freddie Wong, who I know a lot of you follow on the interwebs. Without further ado, let's bring out our first guest. And also, I want to remind all of you that Andre Meadows is in the chat room live right now. He can ask and answer all your questions. Also tweet us with the hashtag Samsung CES and at What's Trending, and we'll answer all your questions live for all these amazing guests we have today. So let's bring on our first guest, Nick Cannon.
Yeah, all right. Long time no see.
See you. I know. It's been such a journey to get you here on stage.
Deja vu.
I know. We see you everywhere. You're at CES every year. It's
I know.
like you don't even leave.
I don't. I just live in the convention center.
It's the worst place to live.
DJ, you stay in Vegas.
Yeah.
You play.
I play a lot.
You do play a lot.
Yes.
How's it going here this year?
I mean, it's amazing this year. We're doing so many things, obviously. I mean, this is, I want to say my 5th year at CES with Monster and our headphones. Have so many different styles, and now I feel like I get to pay it back by putting them in the world of content creation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's go in the chat room. What's going on, Andre?
Obviously got some new shows coming out, but people actually asking a lot about Wild 'N Out.
Wildin' Out. Season
Improv back.
Yeah, season 6. We coming back. We actually start shooting in about a month. So yeah, we'll be gearing up for that as well. So last season was crazy. My wife popped up in the middle of the show and shut everything down. So it's always, you never know what's gonna happen on that show. Improv comedy, and you just kind of take it to another level when you incorporate hip hop and music. So it's the longest running show, comedic show on MTV. So
No way.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and you're also finding a lot of stars from the online world. I
Yeah,
feel.
we incorporated so many people. Timothy De La Ghetto is someone who became obviously he was already a huge star online, and that transferred over once he got onto the show.
If you need a ginger at all.
We do, man.
See?
We talked about this before.
Last year we talked about
Yes,
it.
and you
I
didn't
think
show up
season
to
6 or 7.
Yeah, you didn't show up to the audition. What happened?
Oh.
My agent dropped the ball on that one.
Hey, well, it's coming up.
I'll be
He's
there.
a natural ginger. It's
Yes.
not fake.
I'll just stay there all day.
It's natural. That's so
Yeah.
carpet drapes.
This is real.
We're some nerdy black guys. We need a nerdier guy.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of those. I feel that quota, really. But I mean, we can always use more.
Or a white Jewish Canadian.
Well,
anyway.
no one will ever give you those corny lines and be like, "Oh, this guy."
Hey, we need it
compared to me.
Absolutely.
How do you decide, I guess, to take on the whole tech scene and tech world, and why is it important for you to be at events like this?
I mean, like Andre said, I'm a black nerd. No, I've always kind of been into technology, and even as a kid, wanting to be, on the cutting edge of everything that was going on. I was a gamer, still a gamer, but I mean, everything always wanting to have the newest phone, the newest television, and then when I had the opportunity to be a part of the creative process and help develop products and be able to design, it was really a dream come true at the end of the day. So one thing that entertainment and celebrity allows you to do is to kind of tap into different fields. But I never wanted to be that guy who just threw his name or his brand on something and just say, hey, buy this because I'm a celebrity. I really wanted to learn the field, learn the craft, and get involved from the ground up, and that's what we've been able to do. And not only, now, we've branched off from headphones into so many other things. I mean, we do everything from flash drives to tablets and everything, so it's really exciting.
That's pretty hardcore. How involved are you in the process? I mean, there's a lot that goes into that type of
Everything.
stuff.
I mean, even right now, we just started to develop my tablet, and even at the app and the online network and all of those things. I mean, I went over, I actually, interestingly enough, I went over to Asia. I went to Samsung. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I visited the campus there. They showed me a lot of cool stuff over there. Kind of, just going all over the place, and really from meeting with manufacturers and developers
Yeah.
and just watching that whole process. It's amazing.
What's the craziest thing that you've seen at CES 2014 so far? Has there been anything that's blown your mind?
You know what? A lot of more, instead of like actual physical product, it's a lot of the new technologies and you know, things that help make your devices work better and work well together, from, you know, bringing like iOS and Android stuff together, and, you know, the cloud-based systems that make it simplifying it. I mean, we all heard about how cool clouds can be, but the environment, but kind of diving a little bit more into the tech world, which is really cool. And when you think about someone like Noah Lee, who is truly like, I call him a mad scientist.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dude straight out of a comic book.
Shaq kissed him yesterday, by the way. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I saw it. I
Okay.
was
He was
there.
there.
Did you
up
get to
close.
kiss him as well?
There was a little tongue involved. You know, I'm not one to judge. So, but I mean, yeah, so there's that. And then we have one that's a show that's geared towards teens and young people and empowering them. So it's really exciting to kind of, you know, launch in 2014 with two exciting projects that focus around tech.
really cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of the entrepreneur show, what advice, as someone who's and you've called it an entrepreneur or entrepreneur.
There it is.
Something with
I
art
remember that.
and entertaining and entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I guess what advice can you give those people that, you know, want to launch companies and brands, and then what will you guys be looking for?
Honestly, I always tell people two things. You got to be a self-motivator and a self-generator. Self-motivator, because obviously there's going to be a lot of naysayers out there telling you can't do this, or you don't have the right funding, or you're not in the right position. So you got to continue to build yourself up, and that's what the game is all about. When it comes to marketing, you got to say, hey, this is the best, I believe in this, and you know, no one else is going to believe in you or your product unless you do.
Yeah.
And then after that, you got to take that step and have that corresponding action and actually generate it yourself. You can't sit around and wait for opportunities, and that's the beauty of the millennial generation, because they don't sit around and wait. They create their own content.
Yeah.
They get out there, they create their own social networks and come together. And if you continue to do that, and, you know, hard work, you're definitely gonna see results.
So what do people need to do to pitch you?
Pitch me? Oh man.
Or like, what are you going to look for in this?
It all depends, because I do so many, have different fields that they can pitch. If it's entertainment, you know, my website, you know, like, or even hit me up on Twitter. I get a lot of submissions. I found a lot of people online for Wildin' Out and stuff like that.
Any gingers?
Yeah, we're looking for gingers. We
Ginger
don't have a
brands.
ginger.
Yes!
I have like a whole like book of diss raps for gingers that I'm not using. So I mean, come on down.
Yeah.
But then obviously too, at the same time, you know, whether it's stuff that, you know, for Nickelodeon, obviously they can hit me at my office, and, you know, my Nickelodeon email and all that stuff too. So there's a bunch of stuff like that. And then if you see me here at CES, holla at me.
There you go.
Blame Tech Industries. That's what
Yeah,
we're pitching right now.
Mark Cuban, watch out.
Exactly.
Nick Cannon's coming to get you.
Yes.
All right, let's go in the
Yes,
camera for the last
yes,
two
I have a
questions.
question for Mr. Cannon. Tag5035 on YouTube asks, do you have a personal favorite act from America's Got Talent?
Ooh, personal favorite, like of all times from all the seasons that I've done? Man, that's
Maybe from the
It's a lot. It's like babies.
Yeah.
yeah,
Having
no, but I
thousands
mean,
of
it's so, I
babies.
mean, it's like, yeah, you see thousands of acts that I've all, I mean, there was a guy, he was a street dancer by the name of Turf that kind of contorted his body, and he's like a homeless dude, and he kind of almost went all the way. Some of the real funny comedians, we had a guy by the name of Jacob Williams. He wasn't ginger, but he he started on America's Got Talent, and he is now on Wildin' Out.
I forgive him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but he had like highlights that kind of were like almost look
Stealing your
orange.
thunder.
Come on. It doesn't work that way. No way.
Any
But
other?
yeah, so I love the comedians, and obviously I also love the kids too, because
The
they
kids. You
you
gotta-
know, they're really inspiring.
I know.
You know, they
Those
go
talented kids.
absolutely darn talented kids.
Make me feel like I'm not worthy. All right, we're going to actually.
I want to
we
know
have
about
we have
clubs
so many
and parties
things.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Last night we set it off.
Is that where it
and
was last
you're
night?
setting it off a lot in
Yeah, I
Vegas.
DJ'd at One Oak here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out and say it was the best party at CES.
Ever.
Even though there's like 4 more days, they're not gonna top
Even
it.
if you didn't go,
It
was
is.
the best
I mean,
part.
exactly. I mean, Lil Jon was in the building,
Wow,
going
jeez.
crazy on the mic. Like we set it off. It was a good time, and it was like the launch for my tablet and you know, and our new headphones and everything. So it was exciting.
Very exciting. Any other questions?
Yes, Jessica from Facebook wants to know, are there any YouTubers that you watch, or any things you watch on YouTube?
Yeah. I mean, I pay attention to a lot, like Timothy De La Ghetto's.
We were just talking about Fine Brothers.
Yeah, the
before,
Fine Brothers. I love those guys.
The React series.
Yeah, we're doing a project with them for television right now.
Cool.
Emmanuel Hudson. You know, like I'm tuned into the YouTubers.
Oh yeah.
You're tuned in.
Are you gonna start vlogging?
In
Yes.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Tuned.
We're just creating random stuff.
Are we ever gonna see some Nick Cannon vlogs? You gonna vlog?
You know what? I
yourself?
do. For some reason, they don't get as much traffic as I would like them to. I've been on YouTube since it started, and like all the people around me have like millions of hits. I guess people
Do
because
you
they
have
see.
cats?
Yeah.
See,
Cinnamon.
I tried that.
You
Cats.
cinnamon? You did a cinnamon challenge?
I did that. I did the dump cam. I've done everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have a good time with it. So
You're made for television. That's
exactly.
all.
I think people are like, we see him on TV. We don't need to see him online.
Awesome. Well, Nick Cannon, thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to be giving you a Samsung Galaxy Gear.
Nice.
A little
Watch it.
present
Oh,
from
yeah.
us to you.
Is this bling tech almost?
You could say
Yes.
this is the next
I actually
tech
need
that
that
you should
too
be wearing.
because I like
This
lost
stuff is
mine.
very cool.
I
You
know.
did, and you can
Yes.
sync it and everything.
And
Welcome back to What's Trending live from the Samsung Smart Lounge at CES. We're on the show floor. We've got a ton of guests. I just gave Nick Cannon his next big idea, Bling Tech.
Bling Tech.
I swear. You're like, that's going to happen next year. It's going to be the big
Honestly,
launch.
I like it.
CES 2015, Bling Tech is going to be the new trend.
Yes.
You just
There you
did it.
go. There you go. We're coming up with big ideas. Andre Meadows is in the chat room. We're live tweeting, taking your questions. Hashtag Samsung CES. Let's bring on our next guest, shall
Yeah.
we? Lewis from Unboxtherapy.
Woo! What's going on, man? Good to see
Welcome,
you again.
Lewis.
Welcome back.
How's it going? Nice to see you. I haven't. This is like the first time I get to see you is live during the show, not
That's
even
right.
before or after or
That's
anything. How's it going? How's CS treating you?
It's going well.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a big thing to try and get a hold of, to see everything. So every year I try to make an effort to get around as much as I can.
Yeah, well, last year we had you working so hard.
That's right.
He was
That's
working
right.
with Samsung and us and shooting and everything, so
Yep.
Oh, wow.
it must be definitely a different experience this year.
Yeah, I'm taking it a little bit more easy. Like I said, I mean, my main goal is to see as much as I can in terms of new products. And sometimes the best way to do that is just to leave your schedule a little bit spontaneous. That's what I've been going for.
So what are the big tech trends you are seeing?
Well, 4K, obviously. It looks like it might be getting more affordable now. I checked out something at the NVIDIA booth. They had triple 4K displays playing a racing simulator. So some really nice innovation when it comes to more pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? I mean, like, there obviously TVs
Yeah,
are huge.
TVs are a big thing. Of course, the curved display over here at the Samsung booth. I mean, about that one, I like the fact that it's configurable. Like you motorize, you can curve it or have
that
it flat.
cool? Yeah.
So if you're, watching something independently just by yourself, you could, cater it to you. But then, if you want to sort of open up the viewing angle for everyone else, you could.
Of the year coming out of CES.
That's a tough one. I mean, personally, I guess it comes back to what I said earlier about 4K. I got a new editing PC coming in, and I'm just really excited to get more workspace, more pixels in my own setup. I was actually looking at the 4K monitors, computer monitors in there, and up until this point, it's been tough to get computing power that can actually produce enough pixels to pump out to a 4K display. So now I've got a PC on the way that can handle it, and I just want to upgrade my whole setup.
Love it. Let's go in the chat room. Andre.
Yes, Flyby Family in the YouTube chat room wants to know what your favorite YouTube channel is besides your own.
My favorite YouTube channel. Wow, that's tough. I mean, I guess the best answer, the most diplomatic one is I watch everybody else in the tech world, or at least a number of people. I was hanging out last night with Marquez from MKBHD, Austin, from Austin Evans, the guys from TLD Today, Mark, SoldierKnowsBest. I'm gonna forget somebody. Lamar, you guys had Lamar on.
The whole tech scene.
Yeah, the whole scene.
Right? The
I'm
whole
gonna
scene.
forget somebody
The
now
YouTubers.
and seem
All the
like
tubers.
a bad guy. But yeah, we're a really tight knit group actually, talking on Twitter all the time. And fans are always saying that they love it, that they get to see us, interact. Because if they're following the group of us, they get to see, our conversations, how we really feel about things in the tech space and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you see there's an upcoming tech reviewer online? Is someone?
Yeah, I should give somebody a shout out, shouldn't I?
An
somebody
endorsement.
that could utilize it. You know what? Nobody comes to mind right now. There are a lot of great up and comers. The production value is amazing. When I started out making tech videos, you had, somebody in a bedroom with a camcorder and no tripod and no lighting.
Yeah.
And now it's, these are proper cinematic productions that are going on. And I see new people all the time that aren't getting the love they deserve. But if you search long enough on YouTube, you'll find a ton of quality when it comes to tech videos.
Yeah, well, what advice can you give people? They see what you're doing.
Right.
You've built your own business just on YouTube.
Yep.
Unboxing products.
Right.
It's pretty incredible.
It is,
How do
yeah.
you stand out this day and age?
As much as it's about production value and creating fancy looking videos that are beautiful to look at, it's also about the personality that you bring to it.
Yeah.
And if someone's gonna sit there and listen to you talk for 5, 6, 7 minutes about something, it helps to be a little bit entertaining, or at least not good.
I put you on the spot. That's
Yeah,
totally
no, they're both
Being fair.
No, really though, they are actually both good. And right now there's not such a difference because there's not too many titles that are exclusive to one platform over the other.
Yeah.
And so, you can probably find the game you're looking for on either of the two platforms.
Do you think we've even seen the beginning of next gen?
No, not at all. Right now you're seeing stuff that's ported over.
Yeah.
You might have a slightly better frame rate, but once developers get their hands on the tools and on the hardware, then they can really start to, we just started to realize the full computing power of the last gen consoles very recently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a while.
What about Steam? Are you jumping on board?
Yeah, I've never been a huge PC gamer, but
Okay.
I definitely appreciate what Steam's doing in terms of their delivery method for content.
Sure.
The idea that it's going to be something that you can get at a lower price and you can try more new games, etc.
Cool.
And now they want to attack the living room, and I think they've got a shot for sure.
Well, Lewis, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
again here on
Thanks for having
What's
me.
Trending.
Thanks for
You know
having
you have a ton of fans here even waiting to talk to
Really?
you. And all of you guys in the chat room, this video, of course, will be up later on the What's Trending channel, so definitely subscribe. And coming up, we've got Freddie Wong.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching What's Trending live from the Samsung Smart Lounge at CES. I'm Shira Lazar, Ethan Newberry, Andre BlackNerdComedy. We're all here for you. It's been an amazing show so far, but it's about to get even more epic because joining us on the stage is Freddie Wong.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, man? How's it going?
Nice to see.
And won. And I was like, wow, first of all, I never thought that happened. And two, what was cool was the security guards, they just come out of nowhere. They're just like, all right, everybody, we're gonna be cool right now, okay? This person just won off of a slot machine the size of a car. We're not gonna freak out.
Did they take
No
the
one's gonna
person
freak
into
out.
like a back room?
They
and
take him
just
to the
disappear?
side. Yeah, they just take him to the side.
We don't know
yeah.
what happened to that
Oh,
human.
no more fingers. That's what
So
happened.
you had a session here, right?
I did. I spoke on technology as a muse, as sort of as a way of enabling what we do, and which is make movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, how has it enabled you? You've been doing obviously a lot of cool stuff, like special effects. obviously, I think you've redefined what's possible in terms of what you've done on YouTube and beyond with special effects and the budget. You don't need that big budget.
Yeah, no, I think it's a weird sort of time right now where the camera that you have in your phone is better than like any camera you had access to like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's like it's ridiculous the level of sort of visual fidelity they can get off of it. So now it's to the point where it's just like, yeah, anyone can really, all the tools are there, so it's up to the people wielding the tools to make anything worthwhile from it.
Have you done anything cool with, like done a whole video from a cell phone or anything like that?
Yeah, we actually did a video entirely on, called Sandcastle Sensei, which was shot entirely on the S3.
Really?
So, a little bit, we're back one generation, but even then, that was like, it's full 1080p, and we were, you just have to stabilize it a little bit with a rig, and that's it. It's like, it's not visibly different than like anything else that we do. Yeah, and that's crazy.
You're proving that this tech can work to make amazing production.
You can. There's examples of people shooting whole movies on their phones and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not necessarily there, but just camera technology is just ridiculous at this point.
Let's go in the chat room,
Yes,
shall we?
yes. I got Lauren from Facebook. A lot of different people from Facebook asking about Video Game High School, if we're going to see another season.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you, and good work.
Variety
by the way.
named it the number one web series.
One web series.
Yeah.
That's an incredible award. So well done.
We were super stoked for it. Ethan's in it, by the way, as probably the best character.
I am the reason you
Wait,
guys.
you had this guy in there?
He's the best one.
I have like
best
3
character.
lines.
I was
and they
in
are
first
the best.
season.
That's true.
I'm
That's
hoping
true.
for another
That's true.
cameo.
See, Wildin' Out, No Gingers, Video Game High School puts one in.
Freddie-
#1 show.
Equal opportunity employer. That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
We're in pre-production for the 3rd season. We're looking at shooting like first thing in March.
I'm
So
free.
that's where good.
Cheer is
Perfect.
free. I think Andre's free. We're all-
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Incredible. Those guys were the most analytical
Yeah.
people I've ever seen about comedy.
Really?
Because they come from a live comedy background, and then they would sit there and they would just be like, every line they would think about like, should be said like this because that's what leads to this joke, which was it's like it was pretty incredible.
That's awesome.
How much thought they put into being funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening more, where like YouTube and content creators online and television people are going to
Yeah,
come
I was
together
just
and make
about
I think so, and because I think you start to because I think Forbes just put out their 30 under 30.
30 under 30.
And there was a lot of YouTube people on there, like Grace.
Todrick Hall, Grace.
Grace is on there, so I think
Smosh.
Smosh and I think you're getting to a point where it's like the YouTube celebrity or whatever that is starting to kind of bleed, and also you're starting to get guys like King Bach, right? It's like
Batch,
the
yeah.
Vine. I have to say
Oh,
Bach.
yeah.
It's like
I do.
Sounds much more
I played
sophisticated.
piano growing up. You have to call him King Bach.
King Batch. King Bach.
King Bach.
Well,
It's
where
like
do
Batch.
you
It's like
see-
no.
Where do you see, online video headed this year?
So I think you're starting to see a lot of these shows that are you can produce pretty easily. So when I say produce pretty easily, I mean like within the range of the kind of budgets that you can get off of sort of online things. So those sort of daily vlogs, gaming type of stuff. That's continuing and going. What I'm interested to see is actually where does things that go beyond that go? Where do things where you can't make it? So we were doing stuff with sliders for.
Yeah.
Apparently that's all you want. It's like I don't know how to do Instagram.
There's really no way to do
Is
that.
that, how do you do Instagram?
I just nail it. Let's go to the chat.
kind of a similar question we got with Unboxtherapy. Is there a YouTuber that you're seeing that's coming up or up and coming that you would shout out?
Up and coming YouTuber. Oh man, that's tough. There's a lot of stuff that's out there that's I think really interesting. You know what it is? At this point, I start to rediscover old stuff, or like
Interesting.
people that had been gone, but I hadn't quite intersected with them. So I just rediscovered that and everyone, by the way, I'm going around like, this guy's great. Everyone's like, yeah, welcome to like years ago, you loser. But this guy named JonTron, who does game stuff. and
welcome
game
to
reviews.
years ago, dude.
Yeah.
He's great. He's hilarious. I think he's amazing. So that's one of very many people who that I've sort of again, it's all stuff that's like you're so busy making stuff that you don't So, by the way, you have the opportunity to do it because they can't hear you outside the glass, right? It's so
Not
loud.
really.
out
Very
No,
little,
they
yeah.
can't.
So have you done
hear us.
like the wait for it, and then like everyone spin around and stare at someone like right behind
Let's
you?
do it. Let's choose one.
Hold on. We'll see. Like you got a guy over here
Just
on the,
one person.
We'll see.
Yeah, there's a guy behind you two who has a black hoodie.
All right, should we
and
start?
3,
3, 2, 1, go.
You gave us a weird look. All right, we're gonna play a little game right now. Are you
I
guys
can't wait.
ready for
Yeah.
a game?
Yeah, game.
With Freddie Wong and Freddie
This one's
Wong.
good.
It's called Guess the Gadget.
We're
All
hoping,
right,
yeah.
let's get it started, Ethan.
All right. So we're gonna name a gadget.
Okay.
This actually exists.
Okay.
Your job is to tell us what it does.
Okay.
Ham dogger.
Ham dogger?
Ham dogger.
I love my ham dog.
Freddie Wong videos, by the way. You're actually pretty close. Not really, but it's a sensor that determines when someone is driving a car and forcibly disables all of their wireless devices.
Yo, that's not bad. Pretty close.
This next one, Ethan.
Okay.
Mindset
yeah.
headphones.
Mindset headphones?
Mindset headphones.
This sounds, okay, real quick, this sounds like an invention that I would actually want to exist, so I'm going to go ahead and pitch what I want to exist.
Okay.
I want headphones that read your alpha waves off of your brain and get a mood sense thing, but instead of turning a stupid color, they could turn a stupid color. They do that mood ring
Little, like,
technology,
neon thing.
but they also go to your playlist of whatever on your phone and
Bach.
then pulls whatever
Wow.
music is matched
You're
over
good
to
at
your
this.
mood
You
for
actually
it.
know what this is?
Is that a thing?
Just so you know, you nailed it.
You actually know this.
Wait, does it
Who
change
are
into
you?
cool colors though?
No, you just plussed it. You got 2015
Yo,
CES in the bag.
Mind Phone Plus changes colors when
Were
you
you
want
like
to
one of
think
those
about
Jeopardy
things.
kids?
No, I'm not a Jeopardy kid. Who was a Jeopardy kid?
I don't know. I would watch it with my grandmother.
Your
I was a
grandmother
Jeopardy.
was
I was a
Jeopardy
double
kid.
dare kid as well.
Family double dare.
Family double
Pick
dare.
stylus. Pix stylus.
Pix style. Wait,
There's an
Pix.
X.
P-I-X?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so the boring answer is probably some sort of thing that lets you draw things on things. But what it probably is, Pix, P-I-X.
PIX stylus.
There we go. It's input for the game Kid Pix. You guys remember Kid Pix? It's into the 21st century.
Very specific.
It's tiny. It only works on Kid Pix, the greatest edutainment game ever made.
It is actually a pen that can also display your digital photos
Where?
on the pen.
How
Or-
how
Why do
trouble
you
would it
roll
be?
that one,
How trouble would it be
everyone?
with a pen that would just draw your photos? Like it had like
moves your
motors and accelerometers. So you'd be like, hey, let me guys show you something. Let me just
even
draw
look.
something, and then you're just feeling it. And it's just like, wow, you got really good at drawing all of a sudden. It's like
Oh,
little
man.
micro
Or what if it
motors
used your
and stuff.
eyesight to draw what you are seeing?
That'd be horrible because that would just be nothing but like, let's not go there.
Wow. All right. The last one here today in Guess the Gadget, the Pooch Power Shovel.
Pooch power shovel.
It is a bulldozer-like attachment that goes to the back of dogs that uses the methane from their feces to power it, that digs little holes. It's like it actually breaks the laws of a perpetual motion machine because the dog is using waste materials to actually power it, which in turn generates more waste, et cetera. Yeah.
Take an Instagram photo of that, and that's how you do it. Maybe a decade ago,
Yeah, yeah.
I spent way too much on it because I was really excited. I need to get a new TV, and
Yeah.
these like 4K
Yeah.
UHD TVs are.
Mine's a
killing
washing
me.
machine because I'm a homeowner.
Wow.
The one that you can actually talk like on a cell
Yeah.
phone while you're
Yeah.
on it.
The one
Clothes.
that's the all-in-one, the dryer washer.
I've yet to check it out. Don't spoil it for me.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow, everyone, live right here at youtube.com/whatstrending. Also, all these videos will be up on our channel, so definitely subscribe. Tomorrow, we've got Vanilla Ice is going to be coming up on our channel, which is going to be a
Can't
fun
believe
one.
it.
I'm
Today.
excited for that. Who else is coming up tomorrow? Anyone? We have Tyson Beckford. We have Maria Menounos. We have, Patrick Norton from Techzilla.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
that's going to be pretty awesome. Really excited for that. Thanks again, you guys, for tuning in and watching. We'll see you later on the interwebs.
Bye.